Hello guys, this is your boys back here, and in today's video I'm going to show you, all right, we are going to literally talk about if chart patterns is important or candlesticks patterns is important. All right, if you are wondering about whether you should go with which one of the two, then in this video we are going to break down that debacle right now. Okay, so stick with me to the very end of the video and you'll get a lot of value. All right, having said that, guys, let's jump right straight into the video. Okay, so before I take you to the chart and I show you some examples of chart patterns and candlesticks patterns, we have to know what is a chart pattern or what is a candlestick pattern. So chart patterns are basically patterns within a chart, okay, as the name suggests. Okay, so they are patterns within a chart, but these patterns, they are price patterns, okay, graphed in a chart. Okay, that is chart patterns. Okay, and what about candlesticks patterns? Okay, so these are candles representing price actions, okay, price movements. Okay, so that is why, generically speaking, you will hear in the trading industry the term price action. Oh, you need to trade price action, you need to follow price action. Okay, so these are all parts of some of the actions of price actions. Okay, so we have the candlesticks and the chart patterns. Okay, candlesticks patterns and the chart patterns. Okay, so guys, having break down this to you, I hope it was a little bit clear or quite clear. Okay, if it is not, guys, let me know in the comment section. All right, if you did get it too, the way I'll know is that you smash the like button. Okay, these chart patterns and the candlesticks patterns, in case you have some confusion in your mind. All right, okay, so guys, if you don't know what a chart pattern is, or if you don't know what a candlestick pattern is, you just have to go on Google and write in www.whatischartpatterns.com. I'm playing. All right, just write what is chart patterns or chart patterns, or just write in Google candlestick patterns and it will give you a lot of pictures. All right, and it will give you a lot of pictures and informations as well. Okay, so guys, this is, I just wrote in Google chart patterns and this is it. All right, now this is the best picture that I can show you guys. Okay, all right, so there are different characteristics of chart patterns, and as I normally say about chart patterns is that it's the market communicating some certain informations to you, because based on each one of these patterns that you see here, it comes with a reaction, it comes with a consequence. All right, each chart patterns tells you something. All right, so for those that don't know what a chart pattern is, this is a chart patterns. All right, and as you can see here, this is reversal patterns, as I told you before. Okay, they are telling you something. So if you see some of these things, then you know that it's reversal. Okay, if you see some of these things, then it's continuation. Okay, so these are chart patterns. All right, now what forms the chart patterns? The chart patterns are formed by candles, and in these chart patterns sometimes you can find candlesticks patterns. Okay, so let's look at candlesticks patterns. Here are candlesticks patterns. All right, so candlesticks patterns, just like chart patterns, all the chart patterns has names. All right, we have the double top, we have the rising wedge, we have the pendant chart patterns. There is a lot of chart patterns. All right, the same things implies to the candlesticks patterns. All right, the candlesticks patterns too, they have the three white soldiers, the crow. Okay, we have the marabuzu, we have the doji, we have the pin bars. So this is, for those that don't know what a chart pattern, a candlestick pattern is, this is what a candlestick patterns look like. All right, now guys, let's move on to this point. Okay, so question now becomes, which of the two should you go with? Should you go with chart patterns or you should go with the candlestick patterns? Okay, guys, go with the one that works best for you. All right, that is it. Go with the one that works best for you based on your strategy, okay, that you've carried. Okay. okay? Because in some strategy, you won't even need one of these two. Remember, guys, that I tell you that candlesticks patterns tend to show themselves up in chart patterns. This shows you that the lesser is included in the greater. So it tells you that the greater here is chart patterns. You know, this is just not a philosophical, this is just a theoretical aspect of things, which is also shown in the practical part of things, all right? But it will all boil down to the strategy that you are using as to determine which one of the two to go with, or which one of the two works best for you, okay? Very, very important to put that in mind, okay? Example, if you are trading trends, okay, if you are following the trend and you have your trend line drew, guys, you are just looking for, you know, a touch on the trend and back in the market. So something that can become relevant to you would be the candlesticks patterns, okay? If you're on a supply or a demand zone, okay, and the market bounce on it and it retests on it, what you may be looking for is maybe a candlestick patterns, okay? So that's why I said that it depends on the scenario and it depends on which one works for you best, okay? Which one of these two is very, very stronger, okay? Is very, very trusting, okay? Now, between the two, the stronger one among the two, or the most formidable one among the two, is the chart patterns. Why? Because the chart pattern takes long to form, all right? But that doesn't validate the fact that the candlestick pattern is not important. No, because the candlestick patterns too has the areas where it plays very, very, very well, all right? Now, the chart patterns, remember also that I told you that the lesser is included in the greater, okay? So, the candlesticks patterns tends to show itself in the chart patterns as well, all right? So, if you look at the 1 minute time frame to the upper time frames, you will see the chart pattern showing itself, all right? And wherever they show themselves up, you can play the game with the chart patterns and it will work 60 to 80% of the time, all right? Chart patterns. What about candlesticks patterns? Candlesticks patterns, if you watch through the 1 minute time frame to the upper time frame, it shows up most of the time. It shows up in all the time frames, okay? But there is a bad with the candlesticks patterns, okay? You can't just rely on candlesticks patterns alone and take trades, all right? Because it is easily formed, and especially when it's in a smaller time frame, it can't be trusted that much, all right? That is why normally candlesticks patterns goes in confluence with some other structures or with some other things in the market, okay, as confirmation to enter into the market. I hope that was clear. So, guys, is it chart patterns or is it candlesticks patterns? I would say no to both of them, all right? Guys, you need to know that you need a robust amount of knowledge. Whatever knowledge that you can get in trading, use it, all right? Because the more knowledge you have in trading, the more profitable you become. Because you guys need to understand that your level of profitability will depend on your understanding of the market, okay? So you can do these studies for yourself, all right? You can even have, if you are trading the trend, sometimes you can have a confluence of a chart patterns creating on an upper trend. Example, you can have an inverse head and shoulder or a double bottom created on an upper trend, aligning with a trend line. You see? So if you have this knowledge and you see something like that, then you will know that the market is about to go up, and it is confirming once again what you were looking at, because you were looking at an uptrend, right? Good. So since you were looking at an uptrend, then you see an inverse head and shoulder or a double bottom, then it confirms to you that yes, the market has a higher probability of going up again. All right. So you see, now I'm mixing up the chart patterns with the trend, okay, which is not something that is mostly done. But as I said, it will all depend on your knowledge, okay? Now, talking about candlesticks patterns, when you consider candlesticks patterns alone in a smaller time frame, it doesn't make that much sense. It's not that much stronger, trusting. But when you see a candlestick patterns shown up in a higher time frame and you are trading in a smaller time frame, it makes a lot of sense to depend on that candlesticks pattern created in the higher time frame. Example, if you see a bullish engulfing, all right, or if you see a variation candle or a pin bar created in the, let's say, in the daily, the monthly, or in 4-hour time frame, or in weekly, and you are trading in the lower time frames, it makes a whole lot of sense. Do you understand me? If you see a bearish, let's say, example, okay, let's say if you see a bearish candlestick, okay, shown up in weekly or in daily, then it tells you that, no, wait, the market is about to descend. You see what that information does to you. So now everything that you will be doing in the smaller time frame, you want everything to line up with a selling market. Okay, so guys, the idea about should I focus on chart patterns or should I focus on the candlesticks patterns, bro, man, you gotta go with all of them. Cause much knowledge you have in trading, more money you make. All right, you know, let's shut that down for a second, all right? But listen, guys, you need both knowledge together, all right? Don't go with one, okay? Go with the two of them, and guys, trust me, at the end of the day, the more you practice them, the more you become good at them, all right? But let me open this last bracket, all right? Let me close the day with this, all right? Now, guys, you need to understand that there are certain patterns that are stronger than others, okay? Whether you are trading, whether you are focusing on the chart patterns or the candlesticks patterns, there are some patterns that are stronger than the others, okay? So once you identify the stronger ones, focus on that, okay? Or best put, once you identify the one that works for you, the patterns that works for you, because we all resonate with the market differently, okay? So once you find the patterns that works for you with the strategy that you've caked out, stick with that and go with that. And trust me, guys, you will be very, very good and profitable on the long run, all right? So there's nothing as such as I'm going with just the candlesticks patterns and I don't care about the chart patterns, or I'm going with just the chart patterns and I don't care about the candlesticks pattern. Because sometimes if you are just focusing on chart patterns, you won't see anything maybe for days or for hours. Do you understand me? Because chart patterns takes long to create, unlike candlesticks patterns. So if you have the right knowledge attached with candlesticks patterns, you'll make more money with candlesticks patterns. You see? And sometimes too, candlesticks patterns alone could fail you. All right. That's why you need to have chart patterns, so that if candlesticks patterns is not showing and chart patterns is showing up, you take advantage of it. Guys, I go by the names back, and I hope I did bless you with this topic. Guys, let me know in the comment section if you did get a lot of value, all right? And hit the like button if you did enjoy the video, okay? Having said that, if you are a new viewer and you've not subscribed yet, make sure you become part of it. And guys, if you have any query or if you want to reach out to me for anything, guys, I'm more active on Instagram and I have a whole lot of things going on there. So make sure you follow me on those platforms too, Instagram and TikTok. And having said that, I'll see you in the next video. I'll prove it again and again. Oh.